Namaste, a warm welcome. I'm Jaya from Samskara Healing, and I'm here continuing my talk on shamanism. Shamanism, as I said, is the altered state of mind, altered state of consciousness, you travel. I even spoke about being a tracker, and in my last video I spoke about my own journey into shamanism and how scared I was and how difficult it became. But nevertheless, as I continued speaking about my session, when my teacher said, "You've honored the call of the Great Spirit," I sat stunned. And true to the fact, I realized I have honored the call. I'm sitting in day 2 of the class. The class unfolded. It was a beautiful class. I went about the class, and by afternoon, I think I went to ask some question, and he held my hand, my teacher, and he said, "Welcome to the tribe." And I looked at him and I said, "What?" And he said, "Welcome to the tribe." And I was like, "What? What are you saying?" He said, "I'm welcoming you to my tribe, and you are part of the mentorship program." And I was stunned, and I was like, wow, I indeed have accepted and honored the call of the Great Spirit. So as I began my journey, I was excited, I was curious, and I was so looking forward to it. And there was this teacher who said, "Please check and read the book, Wind Beneath My Wings." I accepted it, and I went about to reading the book. I didn't have the book, and in Amazon it took some time to come, and I didn't know how I was going to do it, and where am I going to go and read. Luckily, there was another fellow student who had already read the book, and she had done the mentorship program. She gave it to me, and she said, "Here, take this and use this." And I was really grateful to her. I thanked her. I started reading, and I couldn't put the book down. It changed my entire perception towards shamanism. And I was like, wow, okay, really? Is this all possible? Really? So I started my journey, and it was amazing. By the time I was in the first month of my shamanism, which was when I started the mentorship, it was in November, and I had to finish the book, and my basic workshop was in October, and immediately I got into doing my mentorship. By the time I reached March, I just felt I was maturing, and I was getting an anchor which I did not have. It was totally transforming. I learned so much, and one of the biggest lessons is my teacher was really very strict, and she always believed in taking the stick. If she didn't take it, then they were a couple, so either the husband or the wife, one of them would take the stick, and it would be very difficult. And somehow often I got the stick, and I just didn't know what to do with it and how to deal with it. So I finished, and I learned, and I transformed. But nevertheless, the call to teach became very strong, which I initially did not adhere to, and I refused. Eventually it kept coming back to me, and finally I approached my teacher, because she had very clearly at the beginning said that we cannot teach. So since the call kept coming, and I told her, I said, time and again it's come to me, starting with, she in fact threw me out of the tribe, thinking that I was going ahead to teach, saying that I don't think she needs us anymore. I was hurt because I was not doing that, and I'm not one of those people who would cheat or lie or snatch away something from someone else. That's not me ethically. I would never do it. So I was really hurt and shattered. One student stood up to me, and also a good friend, and she fought my battle, which I'm truly grateful for, who I also call her as my godmother. So she had stood up and fought my battle. So in the process of fighting the battle, and me coming forward to teaching, when I wrote the letter to her saying that, "Can I teach?" I told her, I said, "Thank you for throwing me out, because only because you threw me out was I able to stand on my feet, or else I would have just been sitting in your shelter and not taken the strength to fly out and spread my wings." So very typical to how an eagle takes the eaglet to the brink of a cliff and just nudges it so it spreads its wings and flies. It was very typical what she did to me. I was hurt and pained and felt let down by my teacher, but my teacher actually pushed me to spread my wings and fly. So being a teacher in shamanism makes us very strict. because you need to adhere to the laws of nature and understand what energy is. And to make a good teacher, we need the stick. So it's like trying to work on a diamond. You need a diamond to cut a diamond. So you are rough. You do not know what is your inner shine and your inner glory until you take a diamond and start edging it out to see your beauty and what you excel in. So started my journey. So when I speak about these things, you may wonder, why am I sitting and speaking about my life journey to you? Are you ready to learn, or is shamanism really for you? If you are looking for a transformation, if you are looking for something where you want to make it a way of life and bring a wholesome living, then yes, it is something to be looking at. If you are looking at working on inner issues and letting go and making yourself a better human being, then this is what you need to be looking at. It's not going to happen overnight. Of course, miracles are there, magic is there. All that is part of shamanism. But leave that to the universe to decide. Leave it to your guides and the Great Spirit to decide whether you need the magic or the miracle, or you need the stick and the rough path to be walking on. Give the option to the universe to decide. So, there can be a lot of questions. Even till today, sometimes I sit, when I sit to meditate with my guides, I ask them, do I stop? Is this enough? I've reached the cliff. I have done a lot. Now can I work on myself? And they just look at me and say, once a shaman, always a shaman. You have chosen this path and you are of service to the Great Spirit. Don't forget. And with that, I would end my today's talk. I thank you for listening to me and look forward to my many more videos about shamanism. I will put up a lot of short videos for you to hear and understand. Thank you so much, and I'm Jaya Palashri from Samskara Healing. I wish you a good day. Thank you. Take care.